I'm talking today on our YouTube channel. This is it's kind of my first, I guess, rambling video, as one of my YouTube friends told me they're called. Really, I wanted to talk to you about an upcoming event that we have called the Family Gathering. Family Gathering is kind of our annual meeting for Warriors Way International instructors and students. So instructors, full instructors from across the country and students from across the country come to Wichita Falls, Texas and attend our yearly camp. And we've had this going on for several years now, but it's been a closed event, really just kind of geared towards our students and our instructors and increasing their knowledge base and their skill base. We've brought a lot of guest instructors over the years to our family gathering. Two on Tom Kyers taught the family gathering several times. Tracker Dan, a wilderness survival expert he's taught at our camps several years. We've had numerous people come in of that caliber. But this year is special because this is the first year we're opening it up to the public. So this year we're going to let people come in who are not Warriors Way instructors or Warriors Way students, and maybe not even affiliated with us at all. Maybe just saw us on YouTube or bought one of our DVDs or something like that. But this is going to be open to the public. So the dates on that are, let's see, that's April 23rd, 24th, and 25th. It's a 3-day event, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And it generally starts around noon on Friday, give everybody a chance to get into town and stuff. Most of it will be here in our school, on the mat, that kind of thing. Some of it will be outside, so you want to make sure you bring some outside stuff. We'll be posting gear lists on our website, which is WarriorswayTX.com, and so you'll be checking that out. There'll be gear lists up and things like that. Actually, schedule of events, guest instructors and instructor names, and actually a total outline for the camp. The camp this year, some of the topics we're going to cover, I'm just going to kind of go off this list here. And Mafalindo C-Lot is one of the systems we teach, and several of our instructors are certified in Mafalindo C-Lot under Guro Dan and Asano. I spoke to Guro Dan, I don't know, a few years ago when he was here, and I was talking to him one day at lunch, and I asked him, how many Mafalindo instructors are there in the world? I mean, is there a lot of us? How many people? Because most people get certified in JKD or Kali or Filipino martial arts under Guro Dan. He told me there was only about 18, maybe 20 Mafalindo instructors in the world under him. And for those of you who don't know, Mafalindo is Guro Dan's personal C-Lot system. That's a blend of Malaysian, Filipino, and Indonesian C-Lot systems. And we've been really lucky in that I was kind of there at the inception of that with Sifu Terry Gibson. He was kind of one of the pioneering students for Guro Dan, or under Guro Dan in that system, as Guro Dan started blending them and kind of creating and developing his own system, his own curriculum, I guess, as a tribute to his other instructors. So so we're one of the places that concentrate and teach that curriculum pretty intensely. So at Mafalindo C-Lot, we're going to be talking about a simple overview of the techniques. So if you don't know what a Bezet Dalam is, or some of those things, we'll be going over those and variations of those. We're going to be doing counters to those sweeps. Sambutans, we'll be talking about counter time. When is it possible to counter those things, and how will you do that? By what positions will you need to push and turn and move your body and move his, and how those are trained. What drills make this skill set possible. In Kali, we're going to do some close range stuff, some close range stick work, some close range trapping, stick trapping, locking, things like that. It's been real popular with our group, and I see Guro Dan pushing a lot, so we're going to cover that. We're going to have a counter-to-counter of flow drills. A lot of times people don't understand that Sombrada is not a stick idea. It's a training concept. And so we're going to be covering some lock flows, counter-to-counter lock flows, counter-to-counter sweep flows, things like that. We'll be covering a knife sparring progression. If you've never knife sparred before, what happens is most people get a few tricks that they use in knife sparring, and they get good at those, and that's what they use, and that's good enough. But when you're trying to hand things down to students and help them develop their own personal system of movement, you kind of have to have more than just a few tricks for you, because they'll be based on your attributes. So we're going to be trying to give people a progression for long-range knife sparring. And it's always a lot of fun to get out there and move around and do some stuff. And we'll be using foam daggers, and nobody will get hurt. Hopefully nobody will get hurt, stabbed in the eye or anything. We're going to do a Sayak Collie. We regularly teach Sayak Collie since I'm a full instructor in Sayak Collie. We're going to be teaching Sayak Collie Phase 2, which is really kind of the empty hand versus the blade stuff. Or I guess how to go from being the empty hand guy to going back to being the blade guy. How do you get the blade, get the control, and things like that. So you can see some of that stuff on YouTube if you Google, or I'm sorry, if you YouTube Sayak Collie, you can kind of see some of the Phase 2 stuff out there. But really, this is kind of the area we're going to be covering in this seminar. Muay Thai, we're going to have a sparring progression. We're going to be working on a lot of sparring drills, glove drills, working towards giving people well-rounded tools and skill sets specifically for Muay Thai. So we're looking forward to a lot of that. In JKD, we're going to be covering a straight blast progression that I find very beneficial for our guys. It kind of gets them out of the mentality of just trapping and gets them back in the mentality of hitting, and then trapping when necessary or blocking when necessary. So I think this is going to be a good change for a lot of guys to kind of change their gears and what they're doing, because there's so much emphasis in trapping and so little emphasis on hitting. So I think this will kind of help flesh those two things out. And then we have instructors' presentations. This year I'll be doing a presentation on an historical view of weapons and warriors from Southeast Asia, everywhere from Indonesia and Borneo to the Philippines, northern Philippines, southern Philippines. We talk about warriors and what kind of weapons they used and how they carried them and how they used them and what was different from region to region. Guru Chuck Giangreco from our New York school will be teaching an overview on system analysis for Pencak Silat or Silat, and Indonesian versions, indigenous versions, Dutch Indonesian versions, and then blended versions, which are kind of what we cover today in our Warriors Way curriculum. That's what we do, and explaining the variations of those. Guru Chad Silvis, who's actually here at our Warriors Way school here in Texas, he'll be teaching an overview of Kali, or Eskrima Arnis, and the variations of those, talking about different instructors that were instrumental in the Filipino martial arts and how it got to the United States and who pushed it and propagated it here, and the variations of systems and styles and things like that. And then Guru Brandon Bennett from Relentless Training Concepts. You can see his video on our YouTube channel, Relentless Training Concepts. He will be teaching an overview of the history of Muay Thai in general, and then specifically into Ajahn Chai Surasut's Thai Boxing Association USA and the history and the overview of the techniques and training methods used in that system. So, and then a good friend of mine and one of my instructors, Ricky Simmons, will be teaching Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He'll be coming up from Dallas and working with us there, and he'll be teaching that section on Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So this is going to be a great family gathering. Our students every year say, wow, this is better. This is the best one we've had so far. So I try and top it off every year and make sure that it's better and better, and that people get more and more training and they get more and more out of the event. And we have special things we got going on. There's going to be a presentation on amp guard and padded weapon sparring, where people will be sparring with padded sticks and swords, and there's an archers contest where you'll have 3 archers on each side of the field and they'll be trying to shoot each other, so with these padded arrows. So there's going to be a lot of cool stuff that goes on aside from your normal martial arts event that make it unique, make it special, and we always have a great time. And so I guess this is our public invitation to people out there in the world who have seen our videos on YouTube or bought our DVDs or maybe attended a seminar here or there and saw us, and have been wanting to get into a little bit more of what we do, and so this is our public invitation to you guys to come and join us and see what we're all about, get to know us, get to know our guys, check out our material, and hopefully it'll be something that you enjoy and that you benefit from. So we look forward to seeing you guys there. Again, that's April 23rd, 24th, and 25th. You can contact us at WarriorswayTX.com or WarriorswayTX@AOL.com, and check out our YouTube, of course, and keep watching for our videos. We got more stuff coming up. So hopefully we'll see you guys there.